Should we kick things off with Past Lives?
Let's go the top.
Yeah, Past Lives, which is probably the biggest hit out of the festival in terms of people responding to it emotionally, people saying that this is going to be one of their favorite films from the festival. It is the debut from director Celine Song. It tells the story of Nora and Hae Sung, two deeply connected childhood friends who are separated when Nora's family emigrates from South Korea, and what happens when they reunite nearly 20 years later. Amanda, Arturo, you both got into the world premiere of this one.
Yes, sir.
I saw my waitlist number and decided
you could have got in. You could have got in.
I made a mistake because this seems to be the one that everybody really responded to emotionally. Amanda, what did you respond to in Past Lives?
It's one of those things, like the core story just feels like something that's been done so many times before, but it's executed in a way that you've probably never seen. And it's an incredibly personal story. You're watching it and you're like, this was your life. Like, you lived through this, but it's not in a way that feels bad, because so often people get caught into weird things where that actually makes the movie worse when they're trying to make it so they're trying to build themselves up.
Yeah.
But this was just a very honest movie, a very unique take on it, really driven by like the three central characters, not just the two, but like there's a third character that it packs a gut punch in every moment. I thought it was gorgeous. It was just stunning. There's so much can be said between some of these characters just with looks. Yeah. They don't even have to be saying words.
Mm-hmm. Those are people who have relationships.
Yeah.
Although when they do say words, sometimes those words hit really hard.
Yes, that too.
There's a couple lines in there that I think are going to haunt me forever.
Yes.
In just the emotional resonance of some of them. It's a movie that feels super lived in. Even just some of the period details too, because this is a film that sort of takes place across 3 different periods of time, and I'm just transported back by like those early Skype calls and the blue iTunes logo and little details like that.
That was a good thing that we had this year, was a lot of internet calls or FaceTime calls being done in very creative ways. This doesn't do anything too fancy like some other movies. Yet it's a huge chunk of the film when it comes to two characters reuniting. That's how you know it's a really good script. That's how you know when it's really good performances. And that's how you know that this man right here, who was stealing milk from a cow not too long ago, stole my heart in this movie, dude. John Magaro was fantastic in this film. Like Amanda was saying, they're playing versions of themselves. Yeah. Well, as soon as this comes out, just hearing them describe their characters, but really just describing a version of themselves, I think showcases why the movie's so good. It's a standout in every which way. Zach, I don't know what your rating ended up being, or all of us collectively.
4.5. I think all of us did, right?
Yeah, I'm logging it right there. And I kept contemplating, is it a 5?
5. I feel like I need a second watch.
Yeah.
To know.
So it's one of those where it's a 4.5, I think, from all of us. Yeah. Leaning towards a 5. Yeah. It is hands down, I think, the best of the fest. And it's not even close.
It's not close.
At least in terms of the narratives, I think it's like the far and away standout of the dramatic films.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, it feels very early to talk about this, considering that we still have this year's Oscars to get through, but it's probably going to be a big player at next year's Oscars.
Easily.
It's such a well-articulated script and such a beautifully directed story. Yeah. I'd also love to see not just John Magaro, but Greta Lee and Teo Yu, who are both so good. Greta particularly just breaks my heart in this film. I just think it's going to be one of the standout films of this year, and I'm excited for more people to catch it.
Yeah, cinematography.
Oh my God.
On film. It makes New York already looks great.
Yeah.
Damn, did it make New York look awesome. So, yeah, there's a lot to root for in this one.
Yeah.
So, Past Lives, I think pretty easily the front runner from all of us in terms of what we enjoyed the most.
For sure.